Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I got another live coaching for you again with the fan favorite, Mr. Brian Michael Rates. Brian, how you doing?
That's right. Thank you, Jesse. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is fun. I still remember when you did this with, I can't remember who I first saw, but I was like, oh, that would be sweet to get to do. So it's awesome to be here. Joey. It was with Joey. You coach Joey, and I was like, dude, this is legit. So
nice. Well, I'm stoked to have you. I wanna introduce some people to your improv skills.
Yes.
But before we get into that, some people that may have not seen the interview that I did with you, like, tell us who you are, what you do, what your journey's been like, just a little background information.
Yep. So I'm Brian. I'm from Northern Michigan. I'm a classic Midwestern. I lived in Los Angeles for a bit where I was pursuing like film acting, and because I've been basically doing improvising and film acting for the last 12 years. But I decided I wanted to live in my hometown and actually like live a real life, like live down the road from my parents. And I'm now like dating a girl I went to elementary school with. I'm like getting the classic like small town American life, but that's pretty hard to continue pursuing film acting while doing that. So I tried tooth and nail for like 7-10 years to try and like maintain a film acting career. And I did still get a few like pretty good roles here and there, but they were like 4 years between each one. And and just in the last year, I've discovered voice acting. And in the last 6 months or so, I started, following your YouTube channels, and about 3 or 4 months ago, got on your community and joined the pay to plays and took your advice. And it's just been gangbusters since then. So
it worked.
Yeah, it works. It works. It worked very much so. If anyone's like watching and they're like, should I do this? It's like, yeah, you go for it. Like give it your college try.
And you got a big fancy new demo done lately. How are things now? Like where are you at? Because you were like just starting and you weren't on pay to plays or anything, and now you're like, what?
That's right.
Where are you at right now in your journey?
I just got my professional commercial demo done from JMC Demos, and I'm a huge fan of how it turned out. And J. Michael was like awesome. He's definitely like top notch. If anyone's at that stage, I would 100% recommend him for your commercial demo. And basically where I'm at now is I have this demo. I'm going to start shipping it out into the world. So literally, the advice I was given is go to Wikipedia and search up like cities by population in the US. And then just from the city with the biggest population on down, just literally Google like that city name, production company, agency company, and just send them out. So the plan is to send my pro demo out to as many production companies and like production agencies as possible to get on their rosters. Because if you do that for like, I mean, it could take a long time to get through all those lists, but eventually if you can be on like 1,000 rosters, where they all have your pro demo, eventually you could get like 8 to 10 unique opportunities from that alone, in addition to your pay to plays, in addition to your agents. So that's what I'm doing, like hitting the pavement running.
Sounds like a solid strategy, man. Let me know how it goes. You got more patience than I do. I just get the audition sent to me. I couldn't go out and like be like, hey. The only thing I've found, I've tried a little bit of direct marketing, and this isn't to like freak you out or anything like that. Just you really got to spend time in crafting that email to send it out so it gets answered, because they get a bunch of those emails. And I sent out a lot and didn't get a whole lot back. But, maybe you'll have better luck. Maybe you'll target a little bit more.
I'm thinking about cold calling. I'm thinking about cold calling these places and just being like,
great idea.
Because I love,
idea.
I feel like I'm good at, talking with people, and also they get a little demo. They get a sample the good stuff.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think doing that, I think you'll get a lot further because you get them on the phone right away. Nobody does that anymore, and they can hear your voice right away, and your voice is amazing.
Oh, thank you. And then I'm also going to be pursuing my animation demo as well. And I'm doing that with JMC's team. So
really, cool.
I'm really stoked on it. I mean,
Sweet.
It's not like
we're really happy with the product that you got from J. Michael Collins.
So happy. It's
nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to share it with everyone. So
awesome, man. Well, let's give everybody a preview of what those pipes can do.
Okay, sounds good.
You ready?
Yeah.
No pressure. No, honestly,
pressure.
It's like the one thing I want everybody to see, which is like one thing that you've kind of become famous in the community for, is Brian is an excellent improvist. He's a master. He teaches us how to do it sometimes. And he puts an improv at the beginning of his auditions. Like, how many would you say? Like most of them, all of them?
Yeah. Most all of them. And I've found that I've found if I hone it in and get shorter, like a short little improv at the very beginning, and then in the middle or like after a little bit, just like with the YouTube like and subscribe, hit them with a bit more, It's like, so just a little bit of improv, you give them what they came for, you give them the like and subscribe improv, and then you keep going. And I find that works because I found that when I was doing too much improv, people were thinking that I was just another person who put in my demo rather than some crummy
really?
DIY demo rather than actually responding to their advertisement. So I've been needing to do that, like keep it short at the beginning,
Yeah.
get right to them knowing, okay, this is our copy, and then serve it up, So it's
Yeah.
been a little back and forth with that, but I've still been booking it, still been going well. So
Good. On that note, the one thing I would say is I just booked a job like a week ago where I submitted the wrong audition and I still booked it.
that's awesome.
Like it was a completely different script and it was the wrong thing. So what I'm saying is anything can happen. Like even
That's
if
a
you
good
do
point.
end up doing like a big improv at the beginning, like I don't know, just know
Dang.
that as long as what you did was good, you
Yeah.
still got a chance of getting it. So let's get into this. We're talking about taxes, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you give us a data read, no performance, just say it bland, top to bottom, and then we'll jump into it afterwards, okay?
Taxes was taxing. Now taxing is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Okay, cool. So it was a little bit of a performance, but not for you. You don't
Yeah.
understand. That was the toned down Brian Michael Wright. So now, give me a first take. Just nice and casual and have a little fun with it.
I haven't planned anything, but I'll whip something up.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess it is April 1st. Better get to it. All right. Whew. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 30% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only, okay, guys? See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. Oh, yeah. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
You did not disappoint. This man is insane, ladies and gentlemen. And just to clarify this, you will leave that in, right? When you send that in?
Yeah. I've actually found, especially if it's on pay to plays and there's like 60 people who've already done it,
Yeah.
I like need to put in a scene at the beginning. Like if it starts with like, oh my God, okay, I'm okay. Like, because the casting director is like falling asleep listening to the same taxes was taxing. When all of a sudden, I'm okay. Whoa, they're awake. And then they hear, taxes was taxing. Am I right? And they're like, ooh. Whereas if I would have gone, taxes is taxing, so it's like shocking bokeh, I guess.
Broca.
So
it's the front area of your brain that tries to predict what's going to happen next, which is brilliant. Jim in our community talks about that. I try to do that a bit with pacing and pauses in the beginning. So instead of just saying taxes was taxing, I would go taxes was taxing, because I know everyone's going to go taxes was taxing. But I like what you're doing. I want to give it a shot, but I'm not as talented at improv as you. It scares the crap out of me. I want to do more, but like, how do you come up with that stuff just right off the top? Do you just know the script a bit and then just go for it?
To be honest, when I say I've done improv for 12 years, like I mean like that's at least once a week for 12 years. You know what I mean?
Improv games, like you were like a competitor?
Well, not games, but basically they're workshops where you get together with fellow improvisers and you have a 2-hour workshop where you're literally just doing improv games. So similar to what I've been doing in the community, where for example, some of the warm-up games you do, it's called 3-line scene, where just over and over again you're doing a 3-line scene. So you come in. If it was you and I, I'd be like, oh, Jimmy, pass me the screwdriver. And then you'd have to respond like, here you go, Hank. And I'm like, sick, have a good one. That's a 3-line scene and done. So like we had to do that over and over and over and over and over again. And I've done that for like 12 years. So now it's just.
You reverse engineer it. So you see taxes was taxing. Why was it taxing? Oh my God, it's April 1st and that's how you go with it. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you do it off the first line or you kind of go off the gist of the script?
I like to go off like what what's the name of the coach from Chicago? I'm blanking on it right now. Who's in the community?
Dave Beeson?
Yeah, Dave Beeson. So his main thing is all about, what he teaches in the community. It's all about like
Why are we having this conversation?
why we're having this
What is the
conversation.
one line
Yep.
that exists in this?
Find the
What tells us
jumping
why
off
we're having
point.
why we're having this conversation?
Exactly.
Brilliant.
So I try to like think of like that, and then I improv off of that basically.
Excellent. Good. Great. Okay. So now that we've done the improv and all that and showed everybody
Yep.
how crazy you actually are, let's do one without the improv.
Yeah.
Just nice and casual, just, friendly and upbeat. And if you do have an impulse, use the script, but let the impulse fly.
Sounds good. And actually I should mention I had a live recorded session yesterday where I started with the improv stuff, and right off the bat they said, "Oh, just so you know, we don't, the script's really tight, so no ad libs." So yeah, I had to like not ad lib, and it was still fun. It was like freedom within form, but I'll do my best. So
one thing you can do in that situation, in my experience, because sometimes it does, like for me anyway, when I'm doing a commercial and let's say it's a tight script, it's like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Sometimes they just start right out of the gate. They're just jamming all the words in, but I don't have the momentum myself. So I'll do a lead in, like a little improv at the top, not as funny or entertaining as yours, but something to get me into character. And I'll just leave a bit of a pause before I start that first line so they can cut it out. And I let them know I'm going to do it just so I can still have my momentum getting in. I'm like, I could start off just, raw if that's what you guys want, but it'd be much better if I could like do something to lead into it.
I love that idea.
Just leave a pause. So
I love that idea. And remember to take the pause. All right. So yeah, I'll go at this now, sticking to the script. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Okay, great, cool. What's one thing that we know about taxes?
They suck. Taxes suck.
They suck. Are they easy to do?
No, they're not.
Right. When you go to hire a CPA for the average American, is it cheap?
I guess no, for the average American it's expensive.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, it's usually probably like between anywhere from like, how extensive it is for you, 200 to 500 if you're getting like proper CPA to do it, maybe even a little bit more. And that's not pocket change. So one thing we really want to make sure is this sounds easy and lean into that free part. You don't have to go all announcer /free, like, but put something on it. Even like you could whisper that line, it will stand out. So don't be afraid to be you. You can add the energy you had in that improv into this, but just use the words. And off the bat, really twist that knife. Yeah. Like taxes was taxing. Like lean into that. I need to feel that it was taxing.
Okay. I like that.
Is that clear?
Yep, that's clear.
Okay.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Great. I love it. Very you. Very original. I love it. It was great. It's great. Now, can you give me one that's super laid back without all the quirkiness and just be super casual about it? Hey, I got this product. It's going to make your life a lot easier. That's the kind of thing that you're trying to get across with this. In the beginning, just as a technical note, if you're going to go down, taxes was taxing. Well, now you can go up. Now taxes is relaxing. With your tonality, I mean, just a little bit of a trick.
All right. So this time more laid back. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Okay, great. There's still a little bit of almost like a game showy kind of guy.
Okay, yeah.
It needs to be a little more casual.
Okay.
And what does Dave Beeson always say about punctuation?
Ignore it.
It's garbage. It's garbage. It works sometimes. And listen, like for a couple of those reads, like when you're pausing all that, works really good. Great. But I would like to, and if you're doing this with the client, they're going to want to hear one that's a little bit more off the cuff. Just let it flow a little bit more. Throw the punctuation out the window. We don't need half that punctuation. There's way too many periods in this script.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Great read. You hit every period. Can just try it. Just try it. Might not work. Just
Yeah.
throw the periods away.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for is more like TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple form, 1040 returns. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You don't
Okay.
have to like speed up, but some of these thoughts we can kind of group together, or it's
Yes.
almost as if you're interrupting yourself.
Okay. I like that. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free. I'm having such a hard time not doing it. Oh my God. I don't even know how you did it, but for some reason it's not. Okay, let me try
You
again.
have to free your mind. It's because
Free
you
your
have the voice in
mind.
the back of your head, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
That knows exactly how this is to be performed. Dave, if you're watching, shout out to you.
Yes. Thank you, Dave, for beating me over the head with good advice. All right.
And also in the beginning, that's the one place where you do want to take your time. Even try on like, even see how it feels to do a pause between taxes was taxing. Now, Dave would be like, don't do that. Oh, don't control your auditions. Sometimes you do, and sometimes they'll ask for that. But I want to open you up because I haven't seen you take that time yet to see how that feels. You can do that authentically. Taxes was taxing. You know how you think about things and you're trying to mull it over? Like, how's the gym? The gym was packed, Like, it's when and it comes across like that's how we do things when we're thinking of stuff,
Yes. All right, let's go for it. Taxes were taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. I'm still doing the voice. Let me try it one more time. Here we go.
Just be you, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
take one headphone off.
Yep, I got it
You're
off.
hearing your voice in your head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. Dude, I'm doing it. All right.
Here, look, listen. Like, this is just me. Don't copy me. But this is how I do. It can be so much simpler.
Yeah.
I love when you're improving. I love when you're throwing your personality into it. I'm not saying not to do that stuff. Keep doing it. It's definitely working for you. But also, you can do one where you're not working so hard. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify. Or 37% of now I'm screwing up.
Yeah.
TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
All right, let me try that real quick. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Good. I like it. You seemed kind of unsure when you were saying, now this is taxes, like you're asking a question.
Really?
No, this is taxes.
No, this is taxes?
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I love your personality and all that. I think the only thing is sometimes you have trouble turning it off a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes like where I'm most comfortable is when I can be like big and go for it, and when I can just like do that itchy, like big and like jump and go and do all these like and bring it back down to just like just talking sometimes is tough and puts me in my head, because when I'm going for it and I feel it, it's just all feeling, and then when I get to this tone, it's like, why isn't anything happening?
But something is happening. You got to dare to just be you and know that's enough. But also, if you wanted to do another character read, it's right there in the first line. It was taxing, but now it's relaxing. So if you're the person talking about the relaxing taxes, you're a representative of turbotax.com. Wouldn't you always be relaxed?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Why don't you try one where it's super like deadpan and relaxed?
Okay.
Slow down. Yeah, get into that mode. You're just like, you just had a back massage, whatever it is. Doing relaxing taxes day. You love you fucking love taxes.
All right, let's try it. Oh yeah. Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing. When you file for free. TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. That's a lot of filers. Simple form 1040 returns only. Hey, Go ahead and see if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. Now, this is taxes. Ooh. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get the most money back guaranteed.
Listen, man, I think reads like that is going to make you a superstar. To be quite honest, like I don't like, here's the thing, like you've gotten to a point now, like where you're so good at the improv stuff and it brings such another dimension to it. I can like sort of guide you in certain directions, but I think you trusting your instincts and being yourself and daring to do these reads, I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe some reads you might not get because like, oh, we just want, a plain straight read. But
Yep.
I think ones that are open to something like this, I think they're going to want to work with you and you only. I
Mm.
think that doing what you just did just now is like the recipe for getting like a massive national campaign,
That's
you know?
great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I love about like working with you or working with a director is because
Mhm.
sometimes when I see the script and I've got my one way that I do it, like what I
Yeah.
did at the top, that would be my instinct, right? Where it's fun and quirky and big. And then you go, well, what about this? And
Yeah.
then I can play. And so I've heard that some agencies have directors for auditions. And that kind of gets me psyched. Have you heard of that?
I haven't seen that personally. I've been with some pretty big agents, but
Okay, maybe I
or maybe
misunderstood
it's
it.
maybe it's for certain people. I don't know. I haven't had that. But you do have like sometimes you do live directed auditions.
Oh.
So meaning like, there's like broadcasters, Stacy and her partner, you'll get a time for them and then they'll call you on your phone and I'll
Mm.
put like an earbud in and record at the same time so I can talk to them because they're calling from like a cell phone and all that kind of stuff. So you can't really patch it into your live directed session and they'll direct you for the audition. And you need to have like a pen and paper ready because like at the end of it, it goes so fast. And they're like, okay, I'll take takes 2, take 4, and take the tagline off of tag 8 and put it on tag 3.
Oh
You
my
got that?
word.
Yeah, cool. Then just send it to us. And we want it raw. Don't process it at all. No problem. But yeah, sometimes you'll get live directed auditions, which is great. But the reason I always like to throw different ways, especially if you knock it out of the park, and
Mhm.
instead of just saying, okay, great job, let's all go home, you aced it. Well, when you do the job, even if you ace it off first take, they're going to want a few different takes. Like, I don't know
Yep.
if you were in that Q&A that we did when I did the big national spot for Reese's for March Madness. It was like 4 spots we were doing. There were only one sentence each, one line or like 2
Whoa.
sentences. And we were in there for an hour because they just kept there. It was like all of the execs from the marketing agency and Hershey's. And they were like, what about like this? What about like that? And the director was so good. And she was giving me the thing. She's like, okay, so play it like you're a player who just got off the court. You just won the game. And now you're saying this line. I'm like, okay, great. She's like, okay, now say it like you just had some bad turbulence in an airplane and you're really scared for your life. I'm like, okay. When they were just playing around forever.
Oh, that's
So you
awesome.
need to be able to be ready is what I'm saying was the point, to
Yep.
be ready to go any direction, especially if you can play the way you do, because they're going to
Mhm.
assume that you can do anything. If they see you like walk on water, like doing that, they're gonna be like, holy shit. Like a director is going to hear your audition, be like, I can't wait to get my hands on this guy. He's ready to
Mm.
go.
I love
So
that.
just be prepared for that, to go in any direction possible, even if it doesn't make sense.
And I like what you did was you looked at the script and you're like, okay, this is taxes. This dude is saying taxes is relaxing. Okay, what if this dude's super relaxed?
Yeah.
And so if I could take a moment to pause and like look at the script and be like, okay, what's the character? Maybe think more about character. Like, what could this person be? This
Yeah.
person could be super uptight. What would that feel like? This person could be like, yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna try and start implementing that
A
as an
hundred
actionable.
percent. Yeah, just know that anything, like I like to look at the script and instead of seeing just the direction, they'll give you the direction, but also ultimately the script is going to tell you what is actually going on in this. Like that's why we're saying taxes. Is it fun? No, it's taxing. It sucks. It also can be expensive, but we want it to be relaxing. That's the payoff. That's why people are buying this product. So what if I was relaxed? That kind of thing. You can find that in
Mhm.
any script out there. And if you can take what they're saying, marrying that with like what the script is telling you, they're going to be like, holy shit, this person just brought this to life.
Mm.
And then do like also one of your like wacky ones too.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my God, like they're going to think you can do
It's been
absolutely
crazy.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome, dude. Well, great job. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody got a lot of good tips out of this, a lot of good helpful, actionable tips. And yeah, man, can't wait to see what's next for you.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. This was a pleasure. Can't wait to do it again.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Brian Michael Rates has been here today. Hope you got a lot of value out of it. If anything you learned, make sure that you work on your improv skills. The script, don't say it literally. There's so many different ways that you can go with it. Don't just fit in. Otherwise, if you do that, you're only going to be competing against everybody else who's doing the same thing. And that's just not enough, because if you're going off just having a good voice at the top levels, everybody's got a good voice. What else are you bringing? And your point of view is valid. So look at the script like an artist. What else could I do with this fucking thing? And yeah, JMC Demos is where it's at. I haven't worked with JMC. I don't know him. I've heard nothing but great things. But yeah, I'm happy you like him, and I might check it out for my next one. All right, everybody, thanks so much. That was a really, really lengthy sign off. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.